Alright, so I'm on my way to work. Let me turn this thing off. I'm on my way to work now, and I figured now's a good time to answer this question while I am able to multitask. Yeah, not funny. Anyway, the title of this video is actually very straightforward into what I'm talking about. People wishing that they could just go back into the Matrix. And of course, this is few people, because the vast majority of people have never left it, right? So this is few people that wish they could go back into the Matrix. And I gotta tell you, I understand. I see now, I now feel and understand how Cypher felt when he wanted back in. And he doesn't want to remember anything, right? He wants back in, he doesn't want to remember anything. Why? It is fucking boring out here. It is. There's hardly anybody here. It's few and far between, right? Good luck if they're even in your same area. I mean, I met a few people that saw my YouTube videos, but they were only concerned about the gym stuff. I don't even know how they felt about the other stuff, or if they even watched the other stuff, right? Let me turn this heat off, right? And the amount of people that aren't unplugged, and what do I mean by unplugged? I mean unplugged to just life, like just everything. I mean, of course, the easiest one to say is women. You know, unplugged to being pussy whipped, unplugged to bowing down and worshiping the pussy, beta orbiting and all that shit, right? That's the easiest one. But just unplug to other things. Just unplug to the bullshit of the workplace, you know? Like, instead of sitting here being in the Matrix about work, like, oh my God, just work hard and this and that, be unplugged. Realize, yo, nobody is paid what they're worth. Everybody's is paid the least amount it costs to replace them. And yeah, you sitting there working as hard as you can, well, that's all well and great for them, but you burn yourself out. Feel free to ask the Japanese this. You burn yourself out doing that. And at the end of it, doing that for days, weeks, months, years on end, you know what? You will still be replaced and end up training your replacement that is here on some fucking H-1B visa or some shit like that. I mean, the company does not give a fuck about you, all right? You might be a hard-working number, but you're still just a number. You might be a really tough cog, but you're still nothing more than a fucking cog. So it's really, really, I mean, you're unplugged to that, so you realize, yo, let me just do the least amount to not get fired. Just collect my fucking paycheck and then go live my life. You're unplugged. I certainly wasn't unplugged when I got my very first job at 14. I was happy as hell. Oh man, I'm going to work. I'm going to, every day I woke up like a fucking hour earlier than I needed to get ready and get to work, because I was just so happy to be a part of the workforce and make my money and all that shit. Man, that's at 14, and it was a fucking telemarketing job, a job that they kept on messing up my paycheck, so they end up having to pay me cash and then take it back later and all that shit. Just really suspicious shit, right? This was back in what, 2001 or so, some crap like that, right? You best believe I've been unplugged from work now. At like what is today, the 16th, 17th, so like 4 days away from my 30th birthday. You best believe on February 20th, you best believe I'm unplugged from that, right? So that's like work, just women, work, just unplugged from other stuff. Give you two examples. One, when Tokyo Drift came out, that whole Fast and Furious, right? That whole Tokyo Drift thing came out. That's when this whole import scene with the lights and the cars and the tuner and all that shit, that's when that shit took off. And I remember I was either in high school or middle school. High school, because I remember in high school, everybody kept saying, kept talking about the cars they were going to get, or their parents were going to get for them, or they were working up towards getting and was going to get over the summer. Everybody was getting a fucking Eclipse. Everybody was getting an Evo. Everybody was doing this and that, and they're gonna do this, and they're gonna get these lights and all that stuff. I wanted to be a part of that. I wanted to be a part of all that bullshit. Just that whole import scene, fucking tuner, this and that, import this and that, the fucking hot Asian import girls, right? And actually, one of them I met because when I was working at Comp USA, which is now Micro Center down in Rockville, Maryland, there was a place called Champion Billiards, which I think is now Planet Fitness. There was a girl there named, what the hell was her name? She was one of these NOPI import girls. Simone, I think was her name. This was a while back, but I met her actually. She was working there as one of the servers while she was trying to get her import girl career off the ground. That's as close to that shit as I ever came. And no, I did not get an autograph from her, even though I'd wanted one. But I didn't have a poster of her. I'm like, okay, what are you gonna sign, a napkin? You know. But that is as close to that whole import scene as I ever got to. Right? Now, why couldn't I get to that? Well, before, there are now 3 reasons, but before there was 2. Number 1, I don't have the money to be dumping into cars like that. Getting the sway bar, suspension, lower kit, lift kit, this, that, fucking stage 3 twin charge, engine swaps and drops and shit. Transmission changes, fucking NOS or NOx or NOx or whatever the fuck you want to call it, whatever the hell the correct term is versus the street term. I did not have the money for that shit. Especially not in fucking high school, and my parents, and then despite the area that I lived in the school I went to, my parent, mom, sure as hell was not rich, right? So I'm sitting there hearing all these kids talk about this shit, and I'm here taking the public transport. And it wasn't until 23 I got my very first car. So, yeah, that and that was like after I was also out of school, I think. So no, I was still in college then. So that wasn't gonna happen. The next reason was a physical limitation. At that time I believe I was 6'3" or 6'2" at the time. And 200 something pounds, right? So it was very hard for me to fit in any kind of sports car then. Monte Carlos, or I don't know if those are sports cars, but they look ugly. I can't fit in pretty much any 2-door, right? And now, I mean, hell, I still want to be a part of that scene. Now, I still want that whole experience, right? I still I'm not gonna lie, I still want it. I still want the races, the meetups, the fucking hot Asian girls, the fame and for whatever, all that shit, whatever. I still want it. I still feel left out. But it sure as all hell isn't going to happen now with even more of a limitation of me being 6'6" and 345 pounds, even though people keep thinking that I'm at most 265, which is funny, right? So there's that. And now the third limitation is that, like, it's like, what the fuck? Like, these hot Asian import bitches, or like just Asian or not, just these hot import girls, they're not there for you. They're there to look good and hopefully cream off some of that money that they know you have. Because you have to have money to be dumping into your cars every single time something blows. And you're sitting there doing all these engine swaps and transmission swaps and shits. You have to have money to be able to do that. So they are there for that. They're also there to probably just get there. I mean, you can even see it today. You can see it today with those reaction videos. I mean, you can see them, I don't know, Honda Civic with 1,000 horsepower, and you have a girl in the thumbnail with tits out. And of course, the tits are there shaking as the car is boosting up and all that shit. I mean, you can see all that shit. They don't give a fuck about the cars. They don't give a fuck about the dudes, right? It's all BS. But you're unplugged from it. I mean, this is getting back to what I'm saying. You're unplugged from it. I think I'm going to do this in like 10-minute increments because this thing is recording in 4K. So, yeah. Yeah, but you're unplugged from it. And you can't like that's the thing. I can't go back in the Matrix. Like, as much as I'd love to about everything and just be deluded and just blissfully oblivious to everything, you can't do it. I wish I could, but I can't. Because it is fucking lonely out here. It is annoying going through the motions of life while everybody else is still fucking plugged in. It's like, don't you fucking see? Don't you get it? Stop worshiping pussy. Stop fucking being a slave to your job. Like do the fucking minimum, because they are only doing the minimum to keep you there, and they will get rid of you the moment they can, right? The moment the only reason why you have a job is because why anybody who is currently employed has a job is because they haven't figured out a way to automate it yet, to quote Jock Fresco off that Zeitgeist video. It hasn't been automated yet, or they can't find a cheaper human replacement for you. So why the fuck are you killing yourself, Oh my God, work hard and look, people. There is no shortage of people in North goddamn Korea that work infinitely harder than the hardest working person in America, and they will never get anywhere. So do go get yourself fucking gang raped with that whole work hard bullshit, okay? The vast majority of people that have all the money and power in this world do not work hard. They work, at the very least, smart, but also have connections and all that stuff. None of it has to do, or very little, 1% of it has to do with hard work. All right, so do go ahead and go get yourself gang fucking raped with that whole work hard BS. And you're just lazy and all that crap. All right? Do skip me with that shit. Moving on. It is just infinitely hard. How do people function? And that's why this video is being made. Like, I gotta figure out how other people that are also unplugged to life and as on like the outside looking in, right? Like, you're on the outskirts of the fucking Hunger Games looking into the main city where people are still blissfully oblivious and plugged in. Like, how do you all deal with it? Like, you're in the desert of the real looking in at the Matrix of the people in the fucking pods. How do you deal with it? Because there are only two places where I've heard this kind of talk ever mentioned. One was in, I believe, the third movie of the whole Zeitgeist, which was supposed to have been a 4-part series, but it's only 3 parts. I think it was in the third movie where the guy's like, oh, my grandmother taught me how to play the game and I took everything she had. I watched her give up and offer utter defeat, and then she told me it all goes back in the box. That whole thing. To where he ends up asking, like, what the fuck matters? Like, what essentially, why anything? That exact same thing, which is essentially wrapped up in one question, what is the point of life? The only time I ever heard that before Zeitgeist was in the Bible. Somewhere in the Bible, I forgot who was asking and to whom. Maybe it might have been Paul or Job or whoever the hell it was, asking to, I don't know, who, God or Jesus or somebody else. But they asked, what is the point of life? To which point, apparently the answer is to A, praise God, and B, enjoy the fruits of your labor. People might not like hearing that, especially the whole praise God part. Too bad. Oh well. But, especially if you want to get rid of that answer, what the fuck is the point of anything? Why anything? Why bother? Especially when you can see it's BS. Like, the whole consumer culture in the Western world, I don't know anybody who doesn't know that it's BS, whether they still do it or not. It's BS. Your job is BS. Women are BS, and I guess women could probably say men are BS. The only difference is that most men don't hide it, right? Most men don't play dumb. It's like, yeah, I just say whatever the hell to get the pussy, and that's it. Whereas you all actually go saying whatever the fuck, and women are BS. Your job is BS. This consumer culture is BS. It's all shit. And for somebody who is unplugged from the fucking Matrix, how the hell do you deal with the fact that the vast majority of people are not? How do you live? And for you to even try to plug yourself back into the Matrix, which is impossible to happen in the real world, in this real life world, your IQ has to be dumbed down so much. You have to, you can just feel yourself slowing down, just like, wom, 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 wom. Fuck. I mean, this is fucking nuts, man. How do people do it? I don't understand. That is, I don't know. I don't know, but that's what this video is about, because I've been thinking about it for a while, and it actually, I started thinking about it again after I heard somebody else ask, man, geez, what the fuck is the point of me doing all this shit? And I think he was talking about something. He came into the bar to for a drink while he was going over some papers in the corner. I don't know why the hell he came to a bar for that, considering the amount of noise that was there. Well, actually, no. Yesterday was actually rather quiet. It was Wednesday, so yeah. But yeah, it made me like wonder, like, what the hell, like why? It brought that back into my mind. Like, why anything? Why bother with anything? You know, what the fuck is the point? Nothing matters. And every single thing you try to do, if you step back and look at it, it's like, yo, this is bullshit. This is stupid. There's no point in doing this. Here's one. And this is one that I probably have the most chance of getting into, since I know about computers. I've been building and fixing computers my whole life. I was in school for computer engineering, switched to computer science, you know, the whole A+ stuff and all that shit. The whole computer scene. Every 2 fucking seconds, computers are obsolete. Oh my god, they came out with this processor, and then they came out with... And, whoops, sorry, I had to... fucking cars are doing bullshit. They came out with this processor, and then, oh, this processor has an X version now, right? Or an unlocked version, which is like 0.01 megahertz or gigahertz higher. And this and that. And I'm just like... And the amount of people that actually subscribe to the whole computer scene, the computer scene, where every 2 seconds, new hard drive upgrade, new RAM upgrade, new CPU upgrade, oh, this and that for the fucking gaming, benchmarks. I'm like, how many fucking perfectly good computers did you go through just to be able to fucking keep up with this shit, to say you have the latest and greatest, or just some high-end shit? Like, what the really? Fucking quad SLI, quad crossfire? Really? RAID? You're still doing fucking RAID setups? Even with fucking NVMe out here? It's like it's all fucking bullshit. Like, it's all fools with foolishness. All of it. The cars, women, job, the computer scene, car scene, like everything. And when you actually step back and you start asking yourself, like, what the hell can you do that's actually of consequence, that lasts? It's like, I can't think of anything. Especially since most people have pretty much got it beaten into them by the, I don't know, atheist or just secular community, secular entity in this world. That there's nothing after life. After life, you're just gone, and that's it. So this life is all you have to hope for in this material world. To quote John Taylor Gatto, or a paraphrase, this material world is all that there is to hope for. Well, he was quoting, paraphrasing, I believe, the Rothschilds or something, or the Rockefellers, whoever the hell made the NEA, the National Education Agency, or whatever. You know, you get rid of the concept of God and the afterlife and all this stuff, and that this material world is all you can hope for. So what the hell is the point? But here's the thing, all of this is bullshit. All of this is fleeting. All of this is like sand in the wind, or whatever the hell the Bible said, like grass, a blade of grass in the wind or something. It's all BS. So this is the best you can hope for, and yet the best you can hope for is absolute shit. What is the point? Why bother? Why anything? And, you know, that's pretty much where I end this video while I'm sitting here on the, what the fuck is this? the 270, 495 towards Virginia fucking battleground. And that's where I end this, cause and I'd very much like to hear people's take on this, because, and you know what? Why? Well, another reason, because unlike a lot of other things, this isn't something you can throw some scientific peer-reviewed journal entry, blog, vlog, captain's fucking goddamn log shit at. So you're gonna have to think, and you are going to have to. Hell, science has no fucking dominion here. Science and scientific method and all that shit. So that is gonna force all you people that are also anti anything that's not science and logic and all that shit. That's gonna force you all to think, because there is no scientific answer for this. But I can tell you one thing: if there isn't an answer, then we're all in. Then we all got mad problems. We're all fucked, even more so than I originally thought. Go over here and fucking wage a war with these people over here. I'm trying to get over. Fuck you and you. This bitch. Yeah, so here comes this fucking tour bus on my nuts. Alright. So yeah. I mean I really, really wanna, I don't know. The one thing that I will say about this whole being unplugged thing is that, as much as I wish not that I wish I wasn't. As much as I say this stuff, like, man, I kind of wish I could still do this. Kind of wish I could just blend back into the bullshit, wallow back in the mud, like assimilate back into the diarrhea. The social diarrhea of this world that is society. As much as I wish I could do that, I'm glad I'm unplugged, because at least I can see it's BS and I don't waste my time. So even if I just have to sit here until I die and not move, at least I will not be doing all this shit that's fucking futile at the end of it. It's better to be doing zero than be doing shit that's of no consequence that results in like a negative gain, right? Zero is always better than negative, So that's the one thing that I will say about being unplugged. I just wish I could capitalize on this shit, maybe make some money and go live my... Maybe that's the reason. Maybe that's the reason why it's so hard, or there's so much problems, because if you're unplugged but you have no money to just go wherever you want, do whatever you want, be financially free, not have to work, yeah, you begin to start questioning stuff. But maybe if you had some money, you can go out and do whatever the hell you want, and you're still unplugged. So it's not like you have money but you're in the matrix. You have money and you're unplugged. Very powerful and very dangerous. But anyway, that's all I have to say about that. I just wanted people's thoughts, because there's no way in hell that I can be the only person. No way in hell that I can be the only person that this ever came across. Or hell, maybe I am. Who knows? Anyway, later.